Let's see if I can get this. Hopefully it won't double skull. Well, rip me.
Oh! Oh well.
Robbie, I wonder what Robbie's gonna blitz.
Now the ball's
God damn.
Well,
Okay, I think we found our clip to the match. Right, a piece with the ball in scoring range.
yeah, but if this ends up doing some big damage,
Oh my god.
Fuck off! Holy shit! Oh my god!
Oh my god.
oh my gosh.
That's so awful. What a nice piece. Wow.
R.I.P.
Oh man.
We totally cursed this.
Yeah. Alright.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Space Lion. Oh god.
The
Lion-
least organized introduction ever.
yeah, the Lion and Bear Report. I'm Space Lion.
And I'm Kodiak.
Yep. And welcome to week 9. We're having a moment. You know.
Yeah.
Things are a little disorganized. And yeah, well, you know. You only have to worry about us covering your Blood Bowl games. So
Right. That's true. Our incompetence is so much not your biggest problem.
yeah. But yeah, holy moly, week 9, and I know a bunch of you all are already on to week 10, but we're gonna cover this, and it's gonna be fun. Kodiak, how was your week 9? Did you tie again?
I did not. I won a match.
Hey!
Second win of the season. It takes my record to 2-5-2. This was against Cheese's unbelievably beat up orc team.
Yeah.
And basically, like, Ripper did not make up the difference. is what it came down to. Like,
Yep.
Ripper and a Wizard did not get it done. So I won 2-0. Just really, that's nice, right? You get your drive and then you turn them over and get their drive.
Yep.
And turn 18, 8 and 16 scores, just like textbook what you want. Took no damage. I didn't do any outgoing damage, but like that's fine. Like the guys hadn't been through enough.
Give them a little bit more hope before the end of the season.
And I got both of my touchdowns on the Pestigore I've been wanting to level. It's not quite leveled yet, but now he's 3 SPP away.
Okay.
He's blocking Mighty Blow, and he's going to be Frenzy. And that's like a kind of piece I haven't had before on my Nurgle team. He's a Frenzy guy.
Yeah.
And so it would be fun to like add something new to the team that has like a functional difference.
Mm-hmm.
As compared to just like a Nurgle Warrior who's getting like, oh, now I have 4 with guard instead of 3, which is good, but like not, it doesn't like transform the team in the same way.
Right.
But yeah, so good week. But yeah, and then this week I played the division leader, Skaven.
Wow.
So
Okay.
see how that goes.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be a loss, but it's fine.
Been seeing a lot of Skaven. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be something. Yeah, we'll obviously touch on my match. I'm still doing some Imperium stuff, and I'll actually have a match after this. I'll try to squeeze in.
Nice.
This isn't enough Blood Bowl or something. But yeah, I don't know. I think
Jump into the week.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, and first off, we have our Squeaky Blinders over Ace Trucking Co. result of 2-1. A result I think I was surprised by.
Yeah, this is a nice win.
Yeah. Random Maximus has been pulling out those wins here and there. That's kind of been, fun to see who they can surprise next.
Yeah, it's neat. And he managed to keep the damage in the right place. That just the only thing going for is that one dead lineman.
Yeah.
Which is highly replaceable. The niggle on Poco Loco is actually a bigger deal. That piece has been fired and replaced.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, that was on top of the... I mean, the agility bust was meh, but... Yeah. If you're going to be going up against other claw bashy teams, which that's what the blockers do.
Yeah. Niggle's tough.
Yeah. And they were...
And at this level of development, it's almost worse than the armor bust.
Yeah.
Because, like, claw, like, can make that less bad in its own way.
Yeah, it's not as painful. But yeah,
that's my justification for keeping on an armor busted Nurgle Warrior.
Gotta cover your bases. Yeah. The rats took a bunch of armor breaks, KOs, and casualties, but just like you're saying, the death on Johnny Rats being the only loss, which you wouldn't even call it that.
Yeah. I say the thing that makes this win make sense is they had the wizard, and given they were able to, it seems like, contain the damage in places that weren't too punishing, then it makes sense that they can use the wizard to get like to 2-1.
Yeah. It sounded like I glanced. I haven't been too much on Discord, but it seemed like there was a bunch of back and forth between Quicks and Random Maximus. Quicks seeming like it seemed like there was a shot here for Quicks to either tie or do something else in this match, and just couldn't put it together, or there was some dice that didn't go their way.
Interesting.
So, which you would kind of expect, given again how these breaks and removals were going. But yeah, the wizard probably being the big difference there. Because this is the Skaven that doesn't have natural one-turner.
Yep. Yeah.
They just have other freaky pieces, like Poly Gray.
Yeah, they definitely have some good stuff. Yeah, Poly Gray is such a fun piece.
Yeah. So we'll take a look and see what this means for both the teams and the standings. But yeah, I did think, especially after Ace Trucking Co. dismantled Scurry Squad last week, that we would see something similar, or a tie at most, out of the Skaven. An impressive turn of events. And it wasn't even like the Storm Vermin. It doesn't seem like we're doing, other than the one big casualty, doing too much.
Yeah, and only 2 SPP on them, and one got knocked out. So yeah.
Cool. All right, next up. Oh, my match. I think this one speaks for itself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a rough one.
Yeah,
that's a mandatory fire.
Yeah.
Then 3 really bad MNGs.
We'll look at the sheet, but I dropped 800 TV in this game, more or less. At least for my next game. I think I'm at 740 or 810 with a bot piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all I'll say is I tried to take a shot at doing some damage to the Chaos Dwarfs early. Nothing happened. And got punched in the mouth. A lot of this stuff came back at me later on. I'm trying to think. I think I think the Appa was out before Bing Bury died. I think it might have been to try to save Jotunheim Jambalaya. Or maybe it was Vili.
I think that's it. That it was really Cheese Dog, and because trying to save Jotunheim Jambalaya III strikes me as not an irresponsible choice.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think it was Vili was like a death or a niggle or some or an armor bust maybe, and I appoed that and got an MG, and then the rest just
but
from there.
Bing Bury is one of your best pieces. That's a real shame.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Hiroto, we have not talked about your game yet.
Yep, we haven't done.
This is our second match,
and pretty much just wrap it. It's the best of North team. Yeah, it's
this team's done.
It's gonna be 4 weeks of loners, 4 weeks of a boomer. No forgetting him this time. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like Arabi was just it was a fun match. Like Robbie's like fun to play with, just because they're so loose and they know what they want to do and they're just doing it. So like in chat, it was fun. Like the first quarter or so, we were both just like, why can't we break armor? Because neither of us could do anything more than a stun. And then it started happening.
Around it.
Yeah.
I did check, by the way. I was curious, was this his best armor breaks this season? But the answer is no. Against Goblins.deck, he got 45.
Really? 45? God.
45.
And that team still
took out nothing important.
doing well, yeah.
Yeah, it produced a D lineman and a badly hurt on the kicker, no other casualties. 9 KOs and an unbelievable number of stuns in that match. So yours was definitely the worst match.
Yeah. It was kind of an all or nothing. Though, I did get a fair share of KOs too. But yeah, the Norse Snowball, it's here, it's real, and I will be glad to be done with it for, quite a while. So, what do we got next?
I don't know if I would say 7 and 7 is your fair share. I guess piling on because he piles on KOs.
Yeah.
Is what
Yeah.
Because it should be much higher, but yeah.
Yeah, it's piling on. I mean, there's
That's actually an
fouls,
impressive
too.
number of KOs, given that he does that.
Yeah, right. Because he's trying to get through KOs, and he's still. There's a number of pieces that don't have not too many, but a few.
Yeah, true.
And he got another Bull Centaur leveled.
11 SPP, so nice because you're gonna, him being at 14, like you're having to get more and more levels on that thing. Yeah,
is that right? So he got 11. Oh, right. Yes, yeah. So got his first level, and then is well on to his second level.
Right, he's 2 SPP away.
Yeah. So, that MVP was very nice. So, all right.
His team's coming back together nicely, and if he does make it to playoffs, it's actually it's got a little good shit.
Yeah. Look, we'll talk about that more later on, but definitely starting to become the Arabi we were all promised, and that only some of us saw early on. Next up, Romanian Rebels tying with the Elder Statesman. And
not the correction Orifor was looking for in his this last part of his season, and an MNG that's really unfortunate. Yeah,
and another movement bust for good measure on
so slow
lineman. Which I think I think you gotta fire them now, right? Like a loner without block is better than a 4-move block lineman, I would think. Unless you're just like, that's my LOS, but just have the loner.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, that's very that's in the details for what's happening to this team. Their runner keeps leveling up.
Yeah, it's an odd piece, but it's working out for him.
Yeah. It's the one
That double move buster guy is still on the team, by the way.
I mean, it's on brand, so I'll give him that. But though some of the other move bust pieces have already died.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I've said before, getting the movement up on the runner, I think makes that piece a lot more interesting. Like now, it's your fastest piece.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's got dodge now. Good tie for the High Elves. Yeah, as we guessed, the Dark Elves weren't going to spend any money. So they got a bribe to go with their feisty attitude. And I mean, maybe it worked a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
Not enough. They didn't outbreak the High Elves.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Not what they needed. At least they got a point, but they need to start winning soon.
Yeah, they need to turn. They still have a shot to get the playoffs if they want, but they need to turn it around.
Hiroto's saying, I assume REL is no dieback Darrow, which is true. That is the lineman of the division, I think.
Yes.
At least my favorite. Well, right next to Festering Goblin for crippled line piece, which we'll get to at the end here of the reviews. Yeah, so what's next here? Yeah, this was a big one.
Yeah.
And I think this one had been played before we did the recap. And we weren't able to really talk about it. But yeah.
Yeah, this is a big win for Cullen.
Yep. And yeah, a bit of a stumble from the Pro Elves at the top of the division. But yeah, getting those armor breaks. No big removals, but like enough to win 1-0, which I think if you're still fighting for that playoff spot or Challengers Cup. That's
this keeps Cullen in it.
Yeah.
In a match that would have been an easy one to be the one that knocked him out.
Yep. So yeah, imagine pretty tense positioning battle here, given the low score. I didn't get a chance to go back and watch this,
No.
But the interesting to see Cullen do the Wandering Apo. But I guess without a bench, you don't do a bribe.
Yeah. No dirty player, no bench, and you're facing an awful lot of Mighty Blow.
Huh.
And 2 of it is on tackle pieces.
I did that thing again, where I thought Cullen was the one that took the Apo.
No. Yes, that would make less sense. I would do a bribe going the other way.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me that the pro mistake.
Yeah. Super base in to correct me as well. Yeah, you were down the 100. I see it now. I don't know why the arrow seems very clear. But yeah, I think the extra Apo makes 100% sense.
Yeah, it took no damage other than that one badly hurt on alignment. That's great. MVP on the catch is nice. Get that, you now have that another blodge step piece.
Yep.
Just to clutch things up. Obviously, you're looking for I'd like to get a little more doubles and stat ups and stuff. But he's got a couple of pieces that are set up nicely. Having some utility pieces that are just inconvenient.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you'd like one of the, an agility 5 piece.
Yeah, that's what's missing.
Yeah. And having it on one of those catchers is always really nice.
That's what Tripwire Timothy's there for. You're just saving it for that guy.
Yeah.
Because he'd be the perfect guy to get it on.
Man. Yeah, just going after those ball carriers. Yeah.
So that'll be what that is.
Yeah. So yeah, congrats to Cullen and Super Base looking to rebound, quote unquote, next week. Though I think they've already played.
They have, yes.
Okay. So, but yeah. Team looking just about the same. Though, do they have? They still have Wannabe War Dancer?
I believe so.
Interesting. Cool. All right.
They still have Wannabe War Dancer.
Okay. Yeah. It's a fun potential.
Yeah.
Just a little scary with the damage back or whatever.
Yeah, you have to protect him, but he's so those 2 doubles.
Yeah. Could be something great. On to our next one, which
Roto got his ass kicked apparently.
Yeah. Nuffle's just been pissing all over this team, it feels like. I don't know, there's not been a match that I've watched other than the match against me, where I've tuned in like halfway through the first half. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, Roto, where'd your team go? It's like, oh yeah, no, they ain't here.
Yeah.
All the damage on mostly goblins here.
Yeah, I mean, MNG Line Rat, you wish you had him, but that's survivable. How nice of Glart to take a strength bust for you.
Yes.
And yeah, Beater Gabriel's gonna have to be fired, but
yeah,
for a game where there's like a lot of crosses over there, it's less punishing for the team. It seems like another really disappointing match.
Yeah, it seems like, I don't know, from what I've seen, just like there's not much. You don't have much to do when it happens like that, when your team just is like gone. So it becomes, I don't know, you're just like clicking on the only play you got, and that works or it doesn't. But yeah, it becomes pretty frustrating.
Yep.
Dyed Bag's still holding strong, so that's what we like to see. With Dyed Bag goes Warpstone to Rock and Roll.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice win from the Undead. Are they in the bubble?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, they're not.
Yeah. Some great level ups.
But I mean, this is making clear they got to stay in Div 3 at the very least.
Yeah.
Which I think they would like, because the team is looking nice and just getting better, right?
Yep.
Ram 2's a great piece now.
Yes.
Ram 2 is everything that he needs to be. He doesn't need anything else.
Yeah.
Get Tut Moose, the same thing, and really incredible. And yeah, block on that ghoul school.
Yeah. If you're gonna have another ghoul, might as well make it blodge. Yeah, Snow wishing for grab as next skill up for.
Yeah, I mean, grab's nice, but it's just like in terms of like decreasing. It's a step down in terms of how much better it makes the piece as compared to guard and stand firm.
Yeah, those go together pretty well. Vethia. No, I'm not saying that right, but the white's doing a lot of damage in this match. Because I don't think, unless Oswald got 2 of those touchdowns, maybe it does. No, I think it was Bone Collector with 2 touchdowns and Plague Goblin with the other. So yeah, just a lot of damage. Vaitha. Okay.
Vaitha is like that.
Yeah, there's no, I got it. Yeah, so 5 injuries between the 2 of them on these goblins.
That makes sense.
I assume, yeah.
Block Mighty Bill Tackle is murder on goblins.
Yeah. So they were primed for this match and did not disappoint. So, yeah. Cool. Alright, next up. Another one-sided affair, one that I did not expect at all.
No, I did not see this coming.
Because you have Stanton DeClassimo back, so I did not expect the Skaven to get shut out here.
Yeah, I'm curious what happened there.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch this one, but good on the Necro for taking advantage. It's not even like they broke.
Not one dead. One dead.
One dead Line Rat, and then
Glart taking the MNG.
Yeah, Glart,
nice
Glart doing hero work this week.
Yeah,
all across the division. Yeah. Just like 10 breaks and. But yeah, I don't know. Both wolves looking like they got some They got touchdown action and then
Yeah, looks like it.
Goldberg. So probably.
Yeah, but no levels, but SPP that's going to keep moving the team forward.
Yeah.
I mean, Conan O'Dine, that's going to get ways off.
Yeah.
Apparently, a full pitch clear happened in the Undead game.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Underworld.
I seem to remember
rough.
that. It feels like a lifetime ago I watched that because there's been so many matches played. But, yeah, normal game for the Underworld will be fun. Because even my match against them wasn't really that normal. Because they just did the opposite of what's been happening to them. My team just got washed out. So they just ran around and stomped on my team. Mm-hmm. Until I did some batshit, wild moves that ended up working sometimes. But yeah, good on the Necro for this win. I think they're probably in the same realm. We'll look at it in the leaderboard. The same realm as the Undead as far as like not quite on the bubble for.
They're doing meaningfully better than the.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. All
right. They're currently the 6th in the predictions thing.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we should get to that then. Yeah. I think we have one more match, and that's actually.
This is one you have seen, I believe.
Yes, yeah. This one wanted to take a look at. We talked about last week as being kind of our match of the week. It was our 2nd seed in Integrity Farmers and 4th seed in Goblins.deck.
Yep.
And it was as wild as the score suggests. Yeah, let me pull up my notes real quick. So Skaven actually had a fairly conservative start to this one. Both teams were fouling. You see that Integrity Farmers were able to pick up a bribe because the Wizard is already showing up because of the stadium. So they picked up a bribe, so they were fouling, and Goblins.deck, of course, was fouling. Nobody was really getting making much headway in the first couple turns until Pile Driver started to get going on turn 3, got a casualty on just a lino, and turn 4 got a KO. But by that time, they still hadn't really pushed up. They seemed very interested in scrumming and just kind of trading punches and fouls. They were midfield, and the Elves decided that was a good time for the Wizard, so they bolt the ball carrier and managed to get Zoom on the ball, who doesn't have a lot of movement, so can't really get away. So so Zoom punts it, which didn't end up working, and I think it's hard to pull off against Skaven. They're just so fast. Like a punt, it's really hard to find a spot for that. But there was nobody else that the High Elves had deep to receive, so that was their best option. Zoom got being the closest one to the ball, gets blitzed and KO'd, and the Skaven managed to recover. At that point, between all of what Pile Drivers have been able to do, the Elves were down 4. So the Skaven are able to just get down the pitch. Pile Driver gets another badly hurt on turn 7, and the Elves score on turn 7, giving the High Elves 2 turns to score, which I assume was to kind of give themselves some wiggle room in case Zoom came back, because Zoom was KO'd in that first drive. Zoom doesn't come back for the Elves, so they just set up for a normal 2-turn attempt. The Skaven are able to sack the ball and swarm pretty well, but they don't get a recovery. And so the Elves are able to, and this was a lot of dice, but they were able to clear the ball, pick it up with the thrower in a tackle zone, pass in a tackle zone, catch in a tackle zone, dodge out, 2-die block, Another 3+ dodge, 2+ dodge, and 2 GFIs to score and tie.
Brutal.
If I had time, I would have clipped it, but I just didn't. And it was, fairly impressive. They got the 1-1 tie. Again, that was at turn 8, so that was halftime. And so now we're doing KO rolls again, and Zoom still stays out for the high elf drive. They also have a dirty player that's KO'd, as well as a couple casualties, so they are still at, I think that's 7 right there. At the start, though, at the start of the second half, they're able to get a casualty on Festering Goblin, who is now probably the most decorated lineman in the division, and a kill on the LOS. So that's your 2 big casualties at the start there. So that gets it a little closer. It's 7 on 9.
Festering Goblin's interesting. That's like every not automatically fireable injury. I guess he doesn't have the niggle yet.
Yeah.
One more.
Yeah.
It'll be like whatever the injury equivalent of like, GOAT is.
Right. So that gives them a little bit of breathing room for the high elves, right? So they set up, they try to set up for a scoring threat. They got their thrower back deep. Their scoring threat snakes a GFI, and so they're constantly trying to get that quick score set up. And the Skaven is kind of marking that and keeping that locked down. They get Skaven get a KO back, and the high elves are down to 6. But they manage again to do a quick score through a mid pass. This is, and I forgot to mention, but this is all in very sunny weather. But they managed to make a throw into a tackle zone.
That's like the +1 passing difficulty one?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
So
that's the one that's hard to see, right? That like
Yes.
it so barely looks different.
Yeah, if you
It's
start,
just like the clouds are missing from the icon.
yes, exactly, and the game looks slightly more orange.
Sure.
But if you have like, I don't know, like I have my monitors set to like remove some of the brighter colors later at night so that I can not stay up all night staring at screens, and so it looks the exact same as
I just stay up all night, it's fine.
Fair enough. If it starts out like that, if you don't get a changing weather event with it, it can be a nasty surprise. But either way, the elves aren't bothered by it. They make a throw into a tackle zone.
As a neuro coach, I'm actually not bothered by it either.
Yes, fair enough. And they do a 2-die blitz with the ball carrier and then a GFI to score on turn 12 to go up 2-1. So obviously scamming it back in this, they get 2 more scores.
Did you really, Hiroto? That's actually pretty good. I like that. Hiroto made a mod to write sun on the very sunny icon.
Oh, that is awesome.
Which is not like artful, but it is a good idea.
That is a great idea. Should post that somewhere because I kind of want that. Well, if I reroll a chaos, I'm not going to care. Oh, okay, there it is. Or at least an example, I guess. I will take a look at that.
Yes, I think it is just an image.
Yeah,
it's the image. It says okay.
Fair enough. Yes, okay is right. So like I said, turn 12, high elf score, and they actually at this point get their KOs back, so they're back up to 9. The Skaven set up to score pretty quickly. They set up a 2-turn. Warchief in between the two turns gets fouled and cast. It's a badly hurt, but Tim Nielsen.
I thought that was an interesting decision.
Yeah, you saw this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so too. Given that there wasn't much time left in the game.
Yeah, it was not clear what he was going to do when he came back. That was so incredibly valuable, and it was not impossible. Something else.
Is it maybe because because it's the only tackle piece? Like if it was pile driver, maybe you would let it go.
Yeah.
I don't know. But either way,
Or is what like, or is it like because the one turn having a frenzy piece is a little bit easier if you say Murderous Redcap goes out?
Maybe.
Okay, but yes, no. What we're being told is the only tackle.
Yeah, only tackle. But yes, definitely aggressive. Again, I think at this point
it is the only tackle.
Yeah, I know, right?
I really wish Goblin Trashmaster had tackle instead of Shipball. That's just me.
I don't know.
Sling Game Lieutenant can do that. That's fine. He's almost there.
Almost there. Yeah. So this was on turn 13 because that's when the Skaven score that very next turn after the Apo heals War Chief. They managed to score and it's 2-2 now. And so then again we see the High Elves set up a quick score, not a 1 turn, but another 2 turn. And this is when I mentioned the High Elf Wizard, the Skaven Wizard comes out now. They bolt the ball carrier. The ball scatters right into Zoom's hand. Captain Zoom just catches it out of the air. Zoom's
He's
up.
just that good.
Yeah, just that good. He's the back corner of the cage. And the Skaven are able to... You'll notice that Zoom doesn't have block.
No.
And... but also or sure hands, and so they get the strip ball on him and knock the ball free, and that's when Big Hand Grumgully the Generous pops in, and I think it was into 2, maybe 3 tackle zones.
I believe it was 3. It was an absurd dodge.
Yeah. Gets it, fails the one out, I think, but then gets it with a reroll.
Yeah, that's the easy one.
Yeah, so it's 5. Yeah, 5 plus.
5 plus. So that means it's 3 tackle zones.
Yeah. But just manages to get out, gets it to I think it was Sling Gang Lieutenant or Trashmaster maybe, or maybe Redcap. And either way, a runner that could get far enough away from any high elf pressure. And Zoom had a sack attempt, but tripped on the way there and wasn't able to bring down the Skaven. The Skaven score on turn 15. Yeah, snakes on the sack attempt. Yep, thank you. You guys remember these games way better than... I mean, I just watched this thing and you remember this. I don't know how.
Also better than I remember my matches.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Yeah.
Like, I know I took a wizard at some point in my match. I don't remember what half it was in.
Yeah, just like big old stinky blur for the Nurgle. Yeah, you played it, but I think also, same for my matches. I don't remember them nearly as well. I guess maybe being in playoff contention, you start to remember these things a little better. Anyway, so that was on turn 15 for the Skaven. So there is still a chance of a 1 turn. Each team have 1 turn left, and so the Skaven set up along the line to try to prevent an easy enough 1 turn attempt for the High Elves. They still managed to get out. The kickoff was like a scatter. It was a touchback, so they just got the ball to Zoom immediately, and Zoom fails 2 GFIs to tie things up. So GG.
Yeah. It was a fun match. I did watch this one, and it was a blast. A lot of fun plays. Yeah. Not, as you mentioned during your comments on it, like didn't agree with 100% everything that happened, but like a lot of smart plays and like people going for fun stuff. Good stream, and thanks to True Blue for streaming it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the thing with these agility teams when you're battling it out for division supremacy. Like, there's just so much to consider each turn that it's impossible to it's impossible to say like people need to be getting it 100% of the time, because it's just not going to happen.
Well, and like we can do stuff like I can focus entirely on like what should you do with the ball, whereas the coach also has to think about what am I going to do with the 5 pieces I'm going to use to make a screen, and what order am I going to do them in, and where am I going to put them. And I'm just like, I'm assuming he's going to work that out. And I'm just going to think about the one problem of like, you get into things like that.
Yeah, I like that summation blue. Agi versus Agi is Knives. Knives Edge. Knives Out, maybe?
I appreciate Tim Nielsen's saying they won't play till Sunday, because if they did roll before, like if we're talking about doing the next one on Monday.
Yeah.
If they rolled Sunday, then y'all would still have your matches played by the time we did a recap.
Yeah. God. Yeah, I think that'll actually do it. I think that'll set us up for Monday.
Yeah, I think that was the only one we didn't know about.
Yeah. Recap tomorrow. No, but we are talking. Yes, what we're alluding to is that we're going to switch up next week, most likely. If
we'll do it Monday if y'all have the games played.
Yeah,
played by then.
Yeah, which it's me. It's my match with Elder States. We'll get into it with the review. But there's just 3 matches left, so should be manageable.
But I think that is the last of the matches.
That is.
And yeah, going out of it. Mention that one. Armor bust, which is kind of whatever, and the MNG on the kicker is like, you wish you had him.
Yeah. That was. You wish you had him. You wish he wasn't soaking up MVPs.
That too.
But then again, given that you had 3 loners in the match, it's probably not the worst. Yeah.
It can be like a blodge piece or a Raj piece isn't the end of the world. It means you can have him do other stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, congrats to Tim Nielsen for this one. Knives Edge indeed.
Yeah, it's the touchdown on Mysterion that you really don't like.
On who? Wait, what?
Mysterion?
Oh, yeah.
Or I don't know if that was like maybe a Kaz and a pass, but whatever that is.
I'm trying to remember. Because there's no other 3s. Yeah, no, that... no, I think Kaz and a pass, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Mysterion had a TD. Okay. It must have been...
I remember there being some desperate thing where like he was the guy who had where you could get it to him to get it done, I thought.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yep. Okay, it was the second one. Yeah, that was like, just had that piece out there just to taunt the Skaven, and then ended up being like, okay, this is the piece that needs to score because it was the only one there. Cool.
That should be leaderboard now, right?
Leaderboards.
So this leaderboard is the only matches played for week 9 leaderboard. There will be a where we're at now leaderboard at the end after we do the preview, and there will then be the playoff predictions. Like there's that little app you can run that does that. We will have that as well at the end. But previews first. But look at this, Broken Bow Battalion, despite his loss, holds a nice lead.
Yeah.
Thanks to other people either losing or tying.
Yeah. I mean, we see Goblins.deck gaining to be within 1 win.
Yeah.
But the other teams, the other elf teams,
well, they're taking a playoff spot instead of Challenger Cup.
Yeah. Poor Randall. Well, not so much poor Randall. Randall will have his day. That'll be tomorrow. But yeah, we've got the agility teams at the top still. We've got Arabi climbing the ladder, which we'll talk about more with the playoff predictor, but it's still very interesting, very much in it. And then a couple other teams that we'll also talk about in the predictor that have a shot still.
Yeah. But I'd say Arabi really shooting up. Like, we came into the season like, oh, that's fun, like a gimmick team. And it's like, actually, that's pretty.
Yeah,
he's doing better than most people.
What a gimmick! My gosh.
Yeah, winning is a good gimmick.
Yes, it is. Stunned on all us that were like, yeah. I mean, we said it how many times at the start? We're like, you'll get your win, but at what cost? And it's like, Arabi's.
No, he's getting wins and inflicted costs.
Yeah. Snow really banking on that week 1 win against him. I mean, I think the win and the lack of damage is pretty good. But yeah, I think as a recapper, I am cheering for Robbie to get that Challengers Cup spot.
I think he has a really good shot at it. I think it's very doable.
Yeah, it's.
But
gonna...
we'll talk about what we think is going to happen. We should do that at the end.
All right. So yeah,
let's just do the preview.
Yeah. So this is how things were as of Tuesday, since you all started so freaking early this week.
Yeah.
And so here's our preview sheets, of which we'll blitz through.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the Tuesday match.
Yep, this has been played. Cool matchup. See how the fourth place team comes out of this.
Yep. And then Galveston deck. Oh, okay. So this one hasn't been played. This is one of our Skaven mirrors.
Tim, everyone wants to cast Arabi in the playoffs. You talked about that last week. That essentially, we had people in chat volunteering. I want to do it. Everybody, it's gonna be like a six-hander.
Yeah.
Do the Arabi match if he makes it a Challenger Cup.
Right. Yeah, especially if we're all gonna be indoors anyway from whatever.
Fair enough.
Yeah, everyone's gonna. It's gonna be high. Must watch Twitch for sure.
I don't know if his caster goes higher than his recappers.
Yeah.
But we could just do it together. I mean, that would be actually a fun 3-person thing, right?
Yeah. Three is definitely the max, but I would be definitely down for that. And we can do it in Snow's channel. I don't care, but yeah, I definitely want to be in the booth for that.
But yeah, Skaven off. Has not been played yet. Interesting match. This is two teams that are both in contention. Square Squad is at the bottom line of what we have it being in contention.
Yeah.
And Goblins Updeck is really in it.
Yeah.
And trying to hold on to one of those top two spots. Important match, interesting match. Giving up enough to get the Wizard for console. But Tim Nielsen clearly has the better team and a lot of really good shit.
Yeah.
That's going to be useful in this. He's got the better natural one turner, though they both have them. The thing that console has that's interesting is Zipzop as a brutal ball hawk.
Yeah.
Better than anything that Tim Nielsen has with the Wizard. It's going to be interesting. I feel like Tim Nielsen's going to need to outdamage him to get this done.
Yeah.
You're going to just see the Storm Vermin do work.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I think I would take a moment to consider whether the Wizard's the best pick. I think you'd probably
True, because he's so fast.
Yeah. But Tim Nielsen has just the same amount of speed, but more. I think I don't quite know what would be better, but I think it's worth looking at because you don't have a bench.
You think about, do I do the Wandering Apo and the Bloodwiser Babe to try to keep my team alive? You can think about the Bride, but man, you just don't have enough pieces.
Yeah.
You could do the Bribe and an extra Line Rat. I would consider that, but I don't know. I'm not a Skaven coach. I don't know how to think of it. I look at this as I would assume if I was in this place, I would face a Wizard. But
yeah,
I think that's obviously different Skaven on Skaven.
Right. I think that's the reflex choice. I'm just saying, maybe take a look. I don't know that there's a better option. So
yeah, I'll be curious to see what it is.
Yep.
This match, it's sometime Sunday.
Yep. Yeah, if I'm around, wouldn't mind casting that.
Yeah. So do you know what time Sunday?
Yeah, let us know. 5-ish.
5-ish, I assume Eastern time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. They've both given up around the same amount of blocks. I find that interesting. But, Tim's taken way more armor breaks. Also giving out more.
Yeah. Just a bashier game.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think Tim's been obviously playing the better Skaven game so far. But Square Squad's hot and cold, obviously.
I think it's interesting that the Skaven team without Frenzy is the one that has served 2 people.
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, taking 4 in return, but
well, you play with fire.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's how they lost to Storm Grumman, was against me. Yeah, I also think it's interesting that a team with one turner hasn't managed any ties. It's all been wins or losses.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. Tim's obviously where he is for a reason, but we'll see if that holds out. Taksho Terror versus Dead and Scoring It. This one got played? This one got played. This one did get played.
This one got played.
Yes.
Our name is Legion needed a win here
Yeah.
to keep their head above water. And good shape to do it, right?
Yeah.
They're two good teams, but I think they're in a slightly better place for this.
Yeah.
And they got Claw.
Yep. Yeah, and like the... Yeah, the whites are kind of evenly distributed in skills, so it's not really a win there. And you got a flesh column that's basically a mummy.
Yeah.
Without the mighty blow, I guess.
That's true. Ram 2 and that Flesh Golem have like really similar profiles.
You know, Brawny.
Yeah, Ram 2's got Mighty Blow, Brawny's got Thick Skull.
No, not anymore in the whites being equal. Well, great thing about that spoiler, I don't know which team you're talking about. So
fair enough. But yeah, I'll be curious to see how this turned out.
Yeah, likewise. And this one, I think.
From the way Hiroto's been just like moaning in comments, I assume that he lost this.
Yeah, didn't. Considering he's been saying, "Please, can I have a normal match?" This one probably was not a normal match.
Again, that would be implied Cullen getting a win he needed to stay in the mix in case people above him fall off.
Yep. And I think he still has a couple shots at top teams too. I haven't looked ahead, but he had been saying he hadn't played any of the top teams until last week, where he beat Super Base. So that would be the best surprise.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I just mean just a normal game. I'm fine,
Where everything just falls in front of my feet.
Yeah. Tim Nielsen. Oh, right. You guys already played. I think at the time that Cullen was talking about it, you weren't top 3, so is my only out. But you are definitely one of the top teams now. Get myself into trouble. All right, we'll take a look at this one next week. But yeah, it does sound like more unfortunate times for the Underworld, who have just not been able to get on any sort of footing this season.
I'll say to Tim Nielsen's comment being one of the top teams, like I feel like I deserve a little bit of credit for that. Because this is our second season covering him, and the first one I called him as one of the teams to make it go the way. He just got really beat on all season. Yeah. This season I didn't call him.
Well, we might not want to bring up who we called for this season, because that team is no longer in the division. So
right. Well, I also called you.
Oh,
we know how that's been going.
Jesus, man. Yeah, you did. Forgot about that.
All right, next match. Another one that's been played.
Oh yeah. This was a big matchup.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it in the playoff preview, because that'll show all that. But yeah,
influential match. One where Orford would want to reinsert himself, but going up against a team that's in better shape than his. And a coach that's been doing really well.
Yeah, did get 216 inducements.
Yeah,
but uphill battle for sure.
Yeah. But our next 2 matches have not been played.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean this one. I mean, what can you say about it?
Yeah.
Dare you to find something? I mean, a lot of inducements.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what you're going to do with that.
I am too. There will be William Cheney.
Cheney's a fun piece.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was
I would assume the bomber, but not you can't do it because you're not at home.
Yeah, the bomber's not worth it at 60, especially when you can do.
It's barely worth it at 10.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, see you, Roto. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, no, especially when I can get. Basically, the second piece comes down to either. God, I'm not gonna remember. I can get a loner Yeti, which Yetis are loner.
Yeah, I get a Yeti. Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
Ice Pick, I think his name is, or something.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, it's just basically a Yeti that you get to rent. Ice Pelt, thank you.
Ice Pelt, yeah. Ice Pelt, Hammer Blow.
Hammer Blow, God. These
Yeah.
names are
Strength,
so good.
yeah. Strength 6 Yeti. That adds thick skull.
Yeah. It's not much more than that. You're really reaching for it there, yeah.
But he doesn't have. He has loner, but he doesn't have wild animal.
What?
Yeah, he doesn't have wild animal.
Oh, I'm getting him then.
You'll finally have a Yeti that obeys.
Yeah. I mean, my Yeti obeys except for when I want him to blitz. That's what my Yeti's been bad.
So yeah, that's 330. You still have 350 left.
Yep. Yeah, and then get Cheney, and a bribe.
Because you 110. Yeah, bribe for 100. I like that.
Yep. Yeah, not doing a wizard. I don't have any. I mean, I have no pieces to do any sort of agility thing. I have no pieces, basically. Look at it. All three of those pieces that are out are all my skill pieces, except for Frig Newton's. Yeah,
you have one piece left. It's wild.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate that you managed to misname your replacement.
Really, just phoning it in, even when I'm hiring new players. To like, my name's Joe, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. Just get on the bench and get ready to die.
He's not going to be around that much longer. He's got 3 matches.
Yeah.
4 matches.
4 matches, yes. I'd like it.
We'll see.
Right. So yeah, probably doing that. I mean, Morg is kind of fun, but I'd rather have a fun foul.
Yeah, and I don't like Morg in this.
Oh, that's true. He's a little slower.
There's just so much blodge. Like, you're just going to throw 3-die blocks that do nothing over and over again.
Yeah, and having the disturbing presence that I can put anywhere is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Ice Pelt is more fun.
Yeah.
Wilhelm Chain is more fun.
And
cheaper. And you have 2 frenzy guys. One because Wilhelm's Wilhelm strength 4, and you got Ice Pelt strength 6. Like that. That's gonna be a good time.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not gonna watch it. I look forward to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. It's gonna be tomorrow morning, very early.
How early are we talking?
9 o'clock.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, 9 o'clock. Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Or 10.
I'll maybe catch the replay.
10 o'clock.
So don't message me with who wins.
Yeah.
So I can watch the replay.
Okay. Yeah, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. That's what it is. But yeah, it'll be fun. No piling on for me. This is gonna be a really weird match. So.
Yeah.
All right, brings us to
last match.
Last one. And this one, I think, is also going to get played this weekend. I saw some messages flying around.
It's about Saturday.
Robbie versus Random Maximus. Robbie in the 5th seed.
Yeah, in a match I think that he can win. We have no natural one-turner. And so I could see a 2-1 being pulled off here.
Yeah, just because, he'll be able to probably pitch clear the rats, unless they just run away. Yeah. But the thrower's interesting. I don't know. I think it'll depend on how the Storm Vermin do. If they can get some early removals on the Chaos Dwarves, that might slow Arabi from winning this match.
I think that's unlikely, but it's certainly not impossible.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I was Random Maximus, I'd be looking at, I'm in 10th place. All I need to do is do well enough to not get demoted, because Div 3 is so much nicer than Div 4.
It really is.
Div 3 has 4 tickets, Div 4 has 2 tickets. Div 2 also has 4 tickets, it's just differently balanced, right?
Yeah.
Like, Div 3 is actually a really sweet spot, I think, in things, so it's nice to stay there.
Yeah.
I would just try to stay alive get a touchdown if you can. Try to tie if you can.
Yeah.
But, like, do not go nuts about it.
Yeah, try to get John Colby getting close to a level. Yeah.
Yeah, Div 2 is 3-1 playoffs, whereas Div 3 is 2-2, right? And it's like, certainly 3-1's nicer, but it's still 4 playoff spots versus 2 playoff spots is, I think, a bigger shift than the shift in the proportion.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a nice Skaven team.
Yeah. I assume that 120 is a Wandering Apothecary.
Right, because you don't spend the last 30k to get a wizard.
No. That gets like saved up and then goes into alignment.
Yeah. Or
it's a good Skaven or replacement piece.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's a good Skaven team that like could use a little more development, but could be really beautiful next season. And stick around in Div 3 and get one of those top 4 spots.
Yep.
And that is our previews.
Yeah. So that brings us to new segment. Well, actually, that brings us to the updated leaderboard.
Yeah. So this is for matches that have been played. There's solid lines. For matches that have not been played, there's like a pair of dashed lines indicating like the range that they can be in.
Oh yeah.
And the main thing that's interesting is looking at Rebel Rage Quit. Maybe he has a shot at like 3rd place.
That is very interesting.
That would be wild.
Yeah, because Rathanuffle already won, so that's 15 is there with
Yeah.
game
So the
in hand.
dotted line there is Scurry Squad might be able to move up.
Oh
to be
yeah.
in that line there. And if Rebel Rage Quit wins, they move up to be next to Goblins on Deck, which has the opportunity to move up to be in 2nd place. So actually, I'm sorry, that would be Rebel Rage Quit in 4th place is what would be looking at.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and Talk Show Terror has already played and won. Wow, they've really jumped up, huh?
Yeah, they've been on a tear since week 6. Well, I guess week 7.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is where things kind of are. This is where things are right now. We've got 3 more matches that we think are going to be played by the end of the weekend. And then we will... well, let's talk about playoff predictors.
Yep.
Why don't you walk us through this?
So this is the cumulative probability of, according to like the playoff predictor application that someone wrote, of the odds of people getting to each of the spots of 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And this is, and by cumulative, what I'm saying is, if we say look at Broken Bone Battalion, like the 4th number there, 100%, that's the odds that they get to 4th place or better. And so similarly, it's 99% for 3rd place or better. Going on. And I'll say his 100% is not actually 100% mathematically. That's a rounding thing. It's like 99.7.
Oh, wow.
According to the predictor, there's a slim chance.
Yeah.
He doesn't make it, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So he's locked in for some sort of playoffs. A very good shot at in the top 2. And then it gets really, really competitive. Is basically what you can see with Tegrity Farmers and Goblins on Deck being in stronger positions than the people below them.
Yeah.
Romanian Rebels in the 4th best position, though with the damage their team has taken, I think that the predictor's probably overestimating a little bit their odds. Yeah. Like it takes into account like record and stuff, but it doesn't take into account like a catastrophic amount of damage. Yeah. That constantly bends a team's arc. So everyone below them probably deserves to be like a little bit higher, and them probably a little bit lower.
Yeah. I think it's interesting how much 1st place seems roughly locked in.
It's really confident that we know what our 1st place team is.
Yeah. And then obviously maybe to me the biggest fight then is between that 2nd and 3rd spot, playoffs versus challenger.
Yeah, and as you can see, like that's just neck and neck down the line. Tim Nielsen has more variability right now than the Tegrity Farmers get because they have not played their 10th match yet.
Oh, gotcha.
And I'll note that's up against Scurry Squad, who is our 8th place team.
Okay.
So once they do that match, like this will shift in ways that are like very revealing. Like essentially, if you look at the numbers, it works out that either Tim Nielsen is going to move into he's going to move into either 2nd place and like be expected to stay there, or he's going to drop and like really solidify that he's in 3rd place.
Yeah, kind of branch out from how close they are with Tegrity.
Yeah, and Scurry Squad needs to win, or they basically are out of it. Like it's a must-win game for them.
Okay.
And of the teams that haven't played yet that are here, we've got a Robbie with 9 played. He's up against Squeaky Blinders, a team which is not on this chart. So they're just hoping to like win that and move up.
Yeah. And then we also have Talk Show Terror and Wrath and Nuffle, both kind of hoping to slip in as well. Or, I mean, not as well, but like be one of the teams that slips in.
Yeah, they're not implausible for Challenger Cup, and they need things to go right, not just with their games, but other people's games. But like, they should keep pushing, right? I mean, they already played their games this week, but keep pushing to try to do as well as they can.
Yep. Yeah.
For it to be possible if things go wrong above them.
Yeah, both of them netting a win this week certainly helped. So yeah, we'll obviously be updating this as we go.
Yeah, we'll have this through the end. I mean, not the last week, obviously, when it's all decided, but
right. And looking forward to see how the next couple weeks shake out. Like we mentioned or kind of alluded to, we are looking at doing a Monday recap.
Yep.
Emergency Monday recap. To cover everything. So if everything gets played by then, we will go ahead with the recap probably around this time, around 9 o'clock like we started this week. Would be the intent. And we'll get everything covered then in the full. And if one of you plays your games before then, so help me.
I don't think they'll roll until Tuesday at the earliest.
Yeah, I know.
So we should be good.
But yeah, that way we'll have a pretty clear picture of what all this looks like, and be able to cover what next week's or week 11's matches are going to look like for everybody, but also the top teams.
Yeah.
So yeah, that does it for me, and thanks for everyone hanging out in chat. And
yeah, this was a good week. A lot of comments.
Yeah, keeping things lively and keeping us corrected. I don't know. I think both matches this weekend are kind of the afternoon games. I don't know if I'll be able to stream one of them. I keep saying that I'm open to streaming, but Snow has been the div streamer at the ready and has always been stepping up for that, so hats off to them for that. And we'll see what this weekend holds. But I think that about does it.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone again. Have a good night and good luck. If you haven't played your match already, good luck with that this weekend.
Yeah.
Bye now.
Let's see if I can get this. They won't double skull. Well, rip me.
Oh! Oh well.
Robbie, I wonder what Robbie's gonna blitz.
Now the ball's
God damn.
Well,
Okay, I think we found our clip to the match. Right, a piece with the ball in scoring range.
Yeah, but if this ends up doing some big damage.
Oh my god.
Fuck off! Holy shit! Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
That's so awful. What a nice piece. Wow.
R.I.P.
Oh man.